What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another viewer request edition of Acts of Creation. I have received a ton of feedback for my Adam Jones lesson, and it's very much appreciated. Now, that being said, I've received a lot of requests to go over the song Jambi, and for good reason. It's rhythmically, it's pretty complicated. Technically, it's not that hard to play, but rhythmically it is. There's a lot of stuff going on in the song, and there's also a lot of parts to the song. There's actually 13 different guitar riffs, if you can believe that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to break down each part, and then I'll play through the song so you can see all those parts in action. Now the song starts off with this triplet motive that Adam Jones uses through a lot of their songs, and the way he plays that is you're going to pull off the low string and then play your open A. And you're going to move through the frets 3, 5, 1, and 10. So you have... And then what you're going to do is you're going to chug on your low string. After the 3rd fret you have 4, and then after each other note it's 2, and I'll play that nice and slow for you. And if you get that moving quickly, it sounds pretty good. That leads right into the verse riff. Now the verse riff, you have one single open D on 1, and you have the triplet motive again. The way you can play that is just basically, you have 6 chugs, and you're going to put the triplet motive on the first one. So you have... And we'll put that up to speed. Now, if you listen to that part and the kick drum comes in, that's your meter. The song is mostly in 9/8 before we get to the solo, which switches over to 6/4. And you have the kick on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's tricky, and if you're not used to hearing that, you just have to listen to that downbeat, that one single note. Now, he does this for a good while in the song. There's a break, and then the next verse starts. And the riff in the next verse is actually the same thing as that, minus the triplet motive. So you have... Same exact thing without the triplet. If I play it with the triplet... Same thing. So, next part, it goes in the little pre-chorus chorus. You have open D, 3, 5, 3, and you're going to play those notes twice. And then you have 3, 5, 3, 2. And what you can do is you want to keep your mute really tight on that, and then as you go through into the chorus, try to slowly remove it and kind of build up the aggression of the riff, peeking into the chorus. And the chorus is basically the same riff. You have big open D, and then 3, 5, power chord on 3. And then you have 3, 5, and then your triplet motive. You have play nice and slow. Going into the next verse. And the next verse introduces a little chug pattern that they use throughout the whole rest of the song. And if you can hear it, you have a group of 2 notes and then a group of 3 notes. So you have, which is very important, they use it throughout the whole song. So you have 2, and then a little string of notes there. So you have okay? And watch out, because there's a 16th note at the end of the riff that kind of starts it off, so it makes that initial 2 sound like 3 as you go forward. So that's going to lead right into the pre-chorus and chorus again, same riffs as before. The way he does it, you can listen to it though, he adds little groups of just your open D string into that to lead into the part. And if I play that for you, you can try to pick it out. It's only on the last time he does that. So you have. And again, those pre-chorus and the chorus riffs are exactly the same. After that, he leads right back into the first verse riff, which is that. Oops. That riff. So you have. Not much is going on, and then the bass actually moves the chord around underneath it, and the guitar does the same thing for a good while. After that, all these parts. Then you have the second chug pattern, and this is actually a little more complicated, and it's a moving pattern if you can pick it up. You have your groups of 2, 3, 3, you have that, right? We consider those like groups of 3, and then you have a long one of 5. So you have that. So basically that's a moving pattern, so you can have the 3 and the 1, and then 2 of each, and then 1 of the first, 2 of the second. Now, I know that sounds a little confusing, but I'll go through it slow so you can hear what I'm talking about. So you have, there's your group of 3 and 1, and then 2 of each. And then the last time, it's 1 of the first one, 2 of the longer ones. So let me put that together so you can kind of hear it. Hopefully that makes sense. That's going to lead right into the switch into the 6/4, and you have a nice little mosh hard china riff, and that's all on your low D. Again, make sure your palm mute is nice and tight to keep that crunch. And you have a see all these variations get a little confusing trying to think of them on the spot without playing the song. So you have two groups of 4, so mini 2. There you go. Right into the solo. And the solo, I don't have a talk box. He uses the talk box on the album. If you have maybe a wah or an auto filter, you can kind of fake it, and it still sounds decent. So he starts off unison bends, 6th fret on your B string, and then means you're going to be bending 8. And you're going to go 6, 8, 5. And then down the 3. Step back up. 6, 8, 5. Strict repeat. And then on the second time, when you repeat that, this chord is going to hold out. Try to release the bend and pick the notes every once in a while so you can really hear the clash of the dissonance between the 2 notes. Sounds really cool. And then he's got this very simple melody, G string, 12 and 10. Step it up a whole step, 14, 12. Trill, and you fall back down half step to F sharp or 11. And you're going to let that ring out, and if you listen carefully, again, this is in 6/4, so you can kind of really keep track on it. He's going to play that, and he starts it on the upbeat of 4, and then the upbeat of 2 on the next measure. 2, 3, 4. And those frets are 13, 11, and then he ends it 12, 12. And then you're going to repeat it. upbeat of 5, you're going to play 10, 9, 10, 9. So 10, 9, 10, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let that ring out. And then you have this little motive that he's going to turn into a riff later on in the song. And what you're going to do is, on your low string, hammer on 3, 5, 3 on your A, so 3, 5, 3, back to the 3rd fret, and then on your A string, 3, 5. That's the first time. Second time, you're going to slide up an octave to the 15th fret in your low string, and then you play and then add a little pick scrape. Right into the next part of the song. So that's the solo, and here is the most complicated part of the song. The chug is in 6/4, and again, it's going to mimic the chug pattern from earlier. We have the 2, 3, 3, and some longer work-ons. You have this. Okay? This is in 6/4. Now what makes this part difficult is after they play that together as a band, the guitarist, Adam Jones, is going to stay there. I would recommend using a volume pedal. This way you can kind of cut your distortion and bury yourself in the mix. The drums and the bass start playing in a different meter. They're in 5 and 4, measure 5 and a measure 4, basically 9/4. And they're actually playing a variation of the chorus that's about to come up. And we're going to play a polyrhythm over that. The guitar player is going to stay in 6/4. And you're going to meet up every 2 phrases. So lock yourself in and just tap along and keep yourself in 6 and you'll be alright. The way he ends that, he's going to end just a constant chug on your low string, so you have this. Which leads right into this big chorus. So you have. You have open D, 7, open, hammer on 3 and 5. And then you hit 3. Step back up to 5, and slide to 7. So you have. He's got a little ending on it. You're going to go 3, 5, 2, 3. And then you're going to do that pull-off motive on the 2nd fret. So you have. Right there, he's going to take that same riff, put it up on your open D string, and play like a quasi solo. You can kick your lead sound back on, make it stand out a little bit, and it's basically the same thing. Third time, hit a chord, a power chord. Open D, 9th fret of your G string, then back to your D, you're going to go 10, 12, 9, 10, 12. mimics this. And then at this point of the song, we're back to 9/8, and you take the outro of the solo, what he was doing there, and we kind of turn it into a riff. So you have open D, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. Back up on your A string. Now, what makes you can build up some speed with this riff is when you play the 5th fret or low string, don't pick it ever. It's always a hammer-on. So you have hammer-on, hammer-on. I never pick that note. It helps build up speed. So you're going to play that, and you're going to go right back into the intro riff of the song. So I'll play that a couple times and go into it. Like that. And then we have this big climaxing outro. He starts combining the chug pattern from earlier with this little motive. So you have this 2, 3, 3. Same thing as before, nothing different, just combining the two. And then you have your final chug pattern. And make sure to lift your palm mute off of that very last note. And there you go. So again, I'm going to leave you with me playing along with the song so you can see all those parts in action. And good luck with it, because it is tricky. Till then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.